Hello everyone, how are we doing? We're back. I am back with another episode of traveling the world using Google Maps Street View imagery. Today I have something I would say exciting for you. I find it quite exciting. I even believe that I have traveled this particular route on Google Street View before, which I suppose says a lot about me. But yeah, also I was hoping to catch the last daylight, but yeah, here I am sitting in a dark closet. Anyway, we'll be traveling the Øresund Bridge, or Øresund, over the Øresund, the strait, not a river, which I've learned after the Istanbul video that strait is the name for kind of a passage that connects to land, disconnects, separates two land masses. And yeah, the Øresund Bridge is particularly interesting because it is half bridge, half tunnel. It connects Denmark and Sweden. It connects Copenhagen and Malmö. My plan is to travel from the Danish side. Personally, here from Germany, I'm closer to Denmark. And as I am, as always, imagining I'll be starting my journey from home, I'll be coming from the Danish side. The bridge itself, maybe a few information here. You have a nice, lovely picture, which of course kind of shows you that it's going to be quite a journey. The bridge itself was opened in 2000. Really? I thought really it was much later. Yeah, in 2000, it has a length of 7.8 kilometers, a height of 204 meters at its highest, I suppose, and the longest span of 490 meters for all your engineering freaks out there. Yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. Here we are starting from the Danish side, as I've said, next to some kind of museum, Den Bla Planet, or something like this. And in the back you can see already the bridge. Here it is. It goes all the way across. And here on the other side, in the far distance, that's Sweden and that's Malmö. And if some of you can spot this tower here, I believe that's one very famous architecture that we will still not really see when we have crossed the bridge, but definitely be much closer. So without further ado, let's venture on our journey. I sure hope that we're not gonna be running into many glitches and troubles, especially with such like kind of longish journeys. It could be really painful to not be able to move around smoothly. Blinker on and left we go. If it makes it more interesting or more romantic for some of you, we can imagine that we are a Danish citizen laboring in Sweden and therefore traveling the bridge on a daily basis. Which, of course, might be the case, because why wouldn't you have a job in Sweden? Luckily for us, these are relatively new images from 2022, and luckily for us, the weather is sunny and bright. Malmö, right. Alright, that's what we're going to do. I mean, technically we are now already on the bridge, but my aim was to kind of take the proper access. So let's go back. So, back we are. We're really going to be sticking to the laws of traffic here. I don't want to give any wrong ideas. Are we right here now? You know what? I don't think we are. It's not off to a great start. Or are we connecting to the... No, we are not. Alright, alright, alright. Let's just go to where we want to be. Sorry about that. Can be a little bit confusing at times. And I don't even have the excuse of not having a map. But anyway, here we are on the Øresund Motorveien. Øresund Motorveien. Which probably means Øresund Motorway. See, that's so great about these little, you know, daily trips from home. You learn the language, you get to see a landscape, and somehow it feels like we are actually there. It's the last chance to quickly escape, but as soon as we will be over water, I think that's about it. Next destination, Sweden, if we want it or not. Ah, yeah, of course, what I forgot to say. First, there will be the tunnel, so we are going down, and only in the middle of the strait, Øresund Strait, we'll be popping up out of the water, and yeah, popping up, basically. And we are stuck. We don't have a particularly big vehicle to get stuck with. What can we do? We can advance here a little bit. So I will say this seems to be quite a tight tunnel. I would have expected something a little bit less tight, but it's full of atmosphere. I mean, look at this glitch. Looks pretty damn cool, huh? Like some Japanese cyberpunk movie from 1999. Only that we are in Denmark and it's 2024. Oh, it does also look particular, this bit here, like you know, when your television back in the days had like some connection problems. And somehow the screen was flickering with these colorfully colors. That's exactly how it looks. It is nice again, and I'm getting the idea that Google chooses particularly empty, like non-rush hour daytimes. Because we are all alone on this bridge, and one would think that on this particular route it would be crowded all the time. But maybe not. I mean, it's not a cycling bridge, so it's not gonna be so many Danish people here. And we are already in the middle of the ocean, out on the open sea. Look, I can zoom out as far as I want. There's no land anymore. It's just us and nature. One big unity. I believe I see already some light at the end of the tunnel. And I don't know if my memory serves me right, where the tunnel pops up into this like sort of island. That should be the middle of it. So, are we already halfway there? I don't know. There will be a short video after all. I really thought it's gonna take some time, but maybe, you know, if the border control checks us, then maybe it's gonna be a bit different. Also, it will be interesting to know when exactly we are passing into Swedish territory. Would it be here somewhere? gonna take a selfie and we're gonna be filmed for the next 5 kilometers, let's say like this. And here we have the first chance to look around. I mean, look at that. This is, I believe, this tower here, if my memory doesn't serve me wrong, Copenhagen Lufthaven, Copenhagen Airport, which should just kind of be by this bridge, which of course is kind of practical. And here in the distance we have a strip of land, which is this island here? Is this an island? Saltholm. Yeah, with these, I don't even know if that would be Swedish or Danish. Who knows? But let's not blabber the day away so much. Let's concentrate on our journey. I didn't also know that the train is going here. Although I did know, someone told me that they took the train from the other way, Malmö to Copenhagen and back. Which I believe, I don't know, takes 20, 30, 35, 40, maybe 45 minutes. The exciting part is still ahead. I don't know if you can spot this already, but here we're going on this big bridge, kind of flowing into Malmö like it's nothing for us. Like no problem, no biggie. The other thing I've been thinking about, without talking too much, is that how many meters by each and every click are we even advancing? Like if you think maybe these poles here from 1 to 1 is 50 meters, or actually between one of these and one of these should be 50 here. So maybe they're closer together. Or the ones on the right 100. I really don't know. So I would guess that we're moving around 50 meters with every click, which I'm sure some mathematicians amongst you can calculate. So we know the distance of the route, we know how much we click. With every click we can have maybe 1 click every 1.35 seconds, or 1 second perhaps. So it should be possible to know beforehand how long we're gonna take, but at the same time this is not the idea with this journey. I'm really here to enjoy ourselves, have a good time, and see some places. Places that, you know, we might never go to. So why not enjoy them here? Okay, what's written here? Yeah, I suppose that there's a construction site in 400 or 500 meters in 4.4 kilometers. Yeah, but I mean, it'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. Oh my god, is there an airport here? A helipad. We must have missed that. Somewhere down here, I suppose. Yeah, perhaps in case there's an accident or something. Wow, that's really proper infrastructure, I tell you that. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, from two such buzzing towns like Copenhagen and Malmö, you really can clear your head in between here. Very pleasant, I have to say. What's here in the distance? Ah, yeah, see, they have these offshore wind parks. Very picturesque. I actually don't mind them. I know that there are a lot of demonstrations about them. They kind of make our landscape look ugly, or perhaps are not a good idea for fish and whatnot, but I don't know. It's kind of nice to find something in the distance in the water. And we are stuck. Yeah. Let me advance on the map. Somehow when I click on the map to advance, it always turns me around into the Danish direction, which I'm just coming from, so why would it be doing that? Well, in this tempo it will definitely take some time. I think we have to click here on the map. I mean, I don't know why that would be. It's just some wrong configuration by Google Maps, or perhaps you're supposed to click a bit slower here. Slow down as cars would, perhaps. Feels like a little bit cheating if I just click here on the map, but we're really frozen in place here. Let's advance a bit more. And here also you might notice that the middle section ends, which was actually much bigger than I thought. I thought we'd be just kind of popping out of the water and then immediately going on the bridge, but this was quite, it's not some few kilometers that we have scratched over this land here. But here we are leaving it now. Bye bye land. Looks like there's a bunny sitting. And hello, Øresund Bridge, you majestic wonder of the sea. Aha. No. Let's use the map again. One thing I'm looking forward is to come across these pillars that are there in the distance, because they should just be really big, which is really exciting. And I think if you look here, maybe they're even on the map, these little, or maybe this is just a glitch. Does that make any sense? Are we going in the right direction? Yes, we are. Oh my god. No, this is not 50 meters, this is rather 10 meters with every click. Alright, let's go back to the map. So, okay, these were not the pillars, what I thought them to be. Oopsie. Are we closer to Denmark or closer to Sweden? I think we are still closer to Denmark. That's crazy. I mean, we are really taking it slow, if I can say so. Which perhaps was not really the idea, but at the same time, if it's not raining or anything, I don't mind it so much. And look at the beauty of the sea. Some ships cruising around. Here are some kind of like, not swamps of course, but like little islands that get flooded with the tides. Or maybe there is no tide. I mean, who knows? I should really not just assume things because they make sense in my head. It is also a strange sensation if you notice how high we are in the meantime. Because we're traveling just little by little, and somehow it is at some point surprising, or like bodily sensation. If you look out of the window, you'd be like, oh my god, you know, I'm actually, what was it, over 250 meters high. Here we are where Google put the label Øresund International Bridge. Just here. I wonder how they decide that. Or if it's just kind of randomly labeled at some point. The same goes with cities, like if you see cities at the map and you wonder where exactly do they say London. Like if you zoom in, where does it say London? Like it wouldn't be in Peckham, it would be like in Mayfair or something. But then it's also kind of random and you kind of look for traces to understand why it's there, but it's sort of just like labeled, or maybe it's not random, maybe it's the geographical, like this geographical center of the city, if there is such a thing. Oh my god, we are taking forever. Oh yeah, Sweden. Hello, Sweden. Famous jump. Oi, the air feels so clean. Travemünde-Malmö ferry we are crossing now, which is, well, Travemünde is in Germany, so Germany, Sweden. Is there a ferry at the moment? The ferry would go between these two buoys. Maybe that's a ferry there. And here we come to what we all have been waiting for. The majestic. Oi. Pretty damn cool, yeah? And the nicest thing is the fun is not over, there's just another one. Do you know these videos where like people climb on top of these? Maybe not like if this like a, maybe not like on these steel ropes, but if it's like a bridge that is just curved like this with a bit of a thicker thing to step onto, then people are BMX biking over such things. So one thing I did plan to show you is this tower here, which I believe is by Calatrava, the famous architect. It is a very interesting building and somehow a very interesting concept if you think that you put a high-rise just at the top of your harbor. It's kind of like a modern interpretation of a lighthouse, only as a capitalist version, residential, and perhaps there are some offices and some smaller shops, who knows. But I don't know, I kind of like this sort of like iconic architecture sometimes. I know Copenhagen has similar things with this ski slope that is also a power plant, which I don't think we have seen. Maybe here, I think this is it, Copenhill, I believe it's called. It might be this. It might be this one here. Maybe it's here, I'm not too sure. You have to Google it for yourself. But yeah, somehow these cities really like kind of, it's like architecturally communicating with one another, you know. Because you can stand on the shore of Copenhagen and see Malmö if the weather is good. Or I guess always. I mean, it's not really so far. So yeah. Who can build higher, who can build faster? Yeah, Sweden does seem to have a different sort of tempo limit, so we're just gonna advance like this a little bit more. Whoosh, whoosh. It's always important to check that I'm not going back, otherwise I'd be trapped here forever. And off we go. These are also older images, by the way, by now. It's not like we are traveling for 1 year already. Well, that wouldn't make any sense. It'll be the other way around. But yeah, still quality of the imagery is good, quality of the tarmac is good, the bridge is really high class. So far, one of the best bridges I've been on. And one of the best tunnels. Although, I do miss a bike lane here. But maybe there's one somewhere. It'll be pretty disappointing if there wasn't, huh? But I wouldn't be surprised. Alright. Can we see the tower better now? Not really. Maybe as we get closer. Oh yeah, now we are rolling. And we are stopping. Stop and go traffic here. It's also strange how you cannot make a turn anywhere. Like if you change your mind, you have to go all the way to another country to make a turn. Let's do ourselves a favor and hop a bit further again. And again. It's really so massive that I at no time feel like I'm making any progress up until the moment when I'm actually on the other side. You see a little bit perhaps that this tower is like kind of a long box that is twisted on both ends, so it kind of like curved in itself, if you know what I mean. And the kind of structure that carries all of it is kind of outside, I believe, on the building, which, you know, is kind of nice. Let's face it, it's kind of nice. I would say it's kind of nice. I don't think it's time yet to think about what we're gonna do in Sweden, but yeah. Sooner or later we will have to face this question. As much as we have enjoyed being on this bridge, inevitably it's gonna end. Oh my god, what's going on with this imagery? I really hardly get anywhere by clicking on the road. The weather has changed. Now it's March, earlier it was September. So I must imagine it'll be quite cold by now, but I don't see any snow, I don't see any frozen water. No. You know, you see the building even a little bit better. I don't mean this tower here, I mean this other building next to it. Let's speed us up a little bit. Would be curious to know, like with these cross-country streets generally, but also bridges, if it's one country financing them or half-half, it's like only Danish engineers or Danish and Swedish, if it's a project of friendship or of necessity, you know. And how do you even go about it? Like, what do you put? Like, you put the tunnel down, you collect some soil for this island, and then you put the bridge, or like you come in from both sides and meet in the middle at this bridge, at this artificial island. You know, planning that is really crazy task. Oi, oi, oi. Not long anymore, friends. Let's hold on. Here is already the Swedish coast. Swedish stones laying about. What more would you want? Let's make a big hop onto the land. And here we are. Customs, goods to declare. I have no goods to declare. I will say that much. Oh, here we are. It's kind of calm and relieving that we are also ending in such a nice dune landscape. Very peaceful. We didn't really come across the construction site that we had, with the kind of screen was saying that there would be one. At least not yet. Must have been more than 4.4 kilometers. I mean, we've been traveling for ages. Okay. Let's go here now. Huh. Ah, you need a card. Yeah, of course. It's not gonna be for free. Someone has to pay for the bridge. But we didn't want the bridge. Yeah, but, you know, still costs money. Oh my god, let's go back to here. But it was better. Oh, I wanna go on this lane. Oh, yes. Much nicer. Alright, let's deal with the customs quickly. Beep, 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 beep. Cool. Hello. Customs again, and through we are. Because people know us here, you know, for educational purposes. We have traveled this route before. Let's leave this rainy cloud behind us. What did that say? Mördeplatz. I think this... Well, I don't know. I've been also pronouncing the O with 2 dots, the O with 1 circle, and the crossed out O all as which is a bit ignorant. Stockholm, 639 kilometers. What did we came here for all this way? Göteborg is a bit closer. 639. Wow, Sweden is gigantic. It's a bit of a unpleasant sign to read, isn't it? You're like now straight to Stockholm and it's like 500,000 miles away. Maybe there could have been a different solution, you know. Oopsie. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wildly clicked us into some nothingness. My bad. Let's venture on. Let it be blue then. Because I actually do have a plan what we should do. This took us all some time. Oh my god. This took us all some time. And you know, I'm sure that we are quite hungry. And if you're hungry, what would be better than to go and eat something? Yeah, that's right. We will go and eat something. Here on the Swedish side, where, you know, you get something for your euro or dollar. You know, it's worth something. You feel good spending it. Are we going off here? I think we are. And we are going this way. Don't mind me. I'm just traveling through here. Don't mind me. underpassing the Øresund bridge that we have officially left now onto Pilda Pildammsvägen. Centrum. Yes, that's us. Heading straight for the center, like real pros. But yeah, I hope you don't consider it ironic if our first stop in Sweden is at a Swedish IKEA. Some might say the köttbullar are particularly great here. Well, to enjoy them we should go in front of the shop. Alright, and let's park our car right. Yeah, let's go here. Welcome to Sweden, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. It was quite interesting for me. Very pleasant, very calming experience. Do you want to see the tower perhaps quickly that I talked about earlier, the turning torso? We can take this moment and I show you this kind of lighthouse that we have seen. Oops, which looks like this. Pretty impressive, I would say. Oh, hello Lidl. Big Lidl enthusiast here. But this is pretty nice, yeah? And yeah, let me also show you Copenhagen, which we have seen from here, and I thought it would be on the left side, but maybe it isn't. So is it, where would it be? Copenhagen. Yes, I know I could just type it, but somehow I really thought it would just kind of show up, but maybe it's not that famous. I mean, I don't know how Danish people feel about it. I cannot imagine that it is without any controversies. But we have seen like these towers, haven't we, from the bridge? Copenhagen. Okay, I'm gonna type it. Copenhagen. Ah. So there was one tower. Yeah, okay, well. We were wrong, but also not. Here that is. And this particular waste plant, I think they're like kind of recycling waste. But look at the roof. It's almost like the Central Park is on the roof. And I believe in winter it's supposed to be used as a ski slope. Crazy shit. And I think it used to, I don't know if it still does. No, it has 2 towers. Okay, well I think it used to make smoke rings every time 1 gigawatt gram of waste has been recycled, which is a few times during the day. And it's of course clean air, like I mean I would think they're not gonna blow some like very polluted sort of air. One last thing I want to quickly do is check how long the bridge was. Okay, it was longer than I thought. I mean, we have read about it, but we got different information, didn't we? Okay, it's just about the bridge. If we go to the Øresund Strait, this 28 measurement, name, boundary, streamline, Øresund Bridge. Well, Øresund Bridge and Øresund Tunnel has around 15 to 16 kilometers. The island we have seen was Saltholm, Saltholm, and I wish you a lovely rest of the day. Thanks for watching it, and I see you next time. Bye bye.